at you while you sleep, holding you, lost inside every breath you breathe. I don't wanna live a day without you, I just wanna be the one that makes you happy.
Hey, I was thinking this morning while I was driving in my little car to Home Depot, which is my new second job. I always do my thinking in the morning, and that's why I always end up doing these videos that I'm like scattered. You know, my brain isn't there. I'm sucking on coffee, hoping that the whatever the brain cells will kick in. A good example of this, I think, I'm trying to remember which one was recent. I think it's the atheists permit people to be themselves. Oh, the horror. Pretty sure that's the one where it's like you have to go about 9 minutes in before I figure out what I'm talking about or what I want to talk about. Anyway, yes, so the mood hit me while I was driving my car to the Home Depot, so I didn't get to put the video together or come up with whatever or sit here and talk until something makes sense. But this is the thought I had. I was thinking, you know, Christians are against the will of their own God. You know, they like to brand gays as being abominations and deny gays of having the same rights that they do, or just, you know, they say that gays don't have morality or whatever because they don't agree with homosexual sex. They put their noses in the air at atheists and, oh, you deliberately choose to deny God. You believe in him, but you just deny him deliberately because you just want to frolic around and have all the sin and run around and murder people and rape people and whatever it is that they're saying, or that they say when they come to an atheist board and they oh, you atheists, you just don't, you're so full of yourselves, you don't know what you're talking about, you have no idea what love is, or, you know, you just haven't read the Bible the right way, or you're so lost, you're so lost. They form judgments. They have negative opinions, and they put us down. They put atheists down. They put women down who think that they should have rights over their own body. They put gays down. Whatever they can, whenever, and however they can, they will put people down that they don't agree with for whatever reason. And in my opinion, this goes against their own God. This goes against, it's like they want to have one, but they want to have the other. They want to say that God has a divine plan, and everything happens according to God's divine plan, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now, according to God's divine plan. They say all these little platitudes, but then they turn around and they act like, oh, God must be so disappointed in you, or, oh, you abandoned God, or you disappointed God, or whatever. Everything that, if there's a God, and if he's in fact what they say he is, he sees the future, he knows everything, he has a divine plan, everything is according to his plan, then every word coming out of my mouth right now in this video is according to his plan. It's been pre-arranged. The fact that I didn't make this video this morning and that I'm making it now, that's all part of his plan. And the fact that I'm chastising Christians for judging and putting down people that are only being where they're being what they're supposed to be according to God's plan. That's all part of his plan too. The fact that I'm saying this right now. I don't think that there can be free will. And I've said this before, there can't be free will if it's all being orchestrated by God and it's all written down already and he knows what's going to come out of my mouth in my next sentence and what decision I'm going to make tomorrow. And the fact is, even scientifically now, they're discovering that people make a decision already before they're even aware of the decision they're going to make in their conscious brains. So how are we in control of what decisions we're going to make if the decision's made even before we're consciously aware that we've made it? But aside from that, if God knows the future and God knows everything and he knows every decision we're going to make before we make it, and he's arranged his plan according to those decisions that he knows that we're going to make. He knew before Adam and Eve ever encountered the serpent. Even before the the temptation was put to Eve, he knew that she would fail. He knew that she would succumb to the serpent's wiles. And he knew she would fail, and that was important to him. He needed her to fail. That was part of his plan. Original sin needed to happen. So humans would be kicked out of Eden. That was important. That needed to happen. That was part of his plan. So I'm sorry, do I blame Eve for being tempted by the serpent? No. I blame the guy who set it all up. I blame the guy that made Eve so that she would fail. If she was a perfect creation, she wouldn't have failed. If Lucifer had been a perfect creation, he wouldn't have fallen. But he was made the way he was made because that's what God wanted him to do, and God wanted him to be. He wanted Satan to rebel. In fact, I said that before in another video too, but he made Satan prideful, or Lucifer, whatever, prideful. And he made him knowing ahead of time that he would fall, that he would rebel. And it was important to him that he did rebel because it was part of his plan that Satan and his followers were thrown down to earth. It was part of his plan that he had an adversary. It's very important to him. If it wasn't important to him, he'd simply squash Satan because Satan's, causing bad problems on the planet. So get rid of him. But he doesn't because it's important to him that Satan does what he does. Just as it's important to him that there are atheists. We're all part of his plan. The fact that we exist, the fact that some Christians become atheists, that's also part of his plan. It's really kind of sad that people dedicate a huge chunk of their life believing something is true, and then they have to find out that it isn't true. And then the hardest part is actually admitting to yourself that, oh my God, I've been wrong all these years. And I've wasted so much of my life on this lie. It's really, really a hard thing to face. It's really, really hard, and it sucks. It's too bad, but it's all part of his plan. So anyway, that's all. It's a short video. I just wanted to get out that I don't think that Christians are doing God any kind of a favor when they're ridiculing and judging and putting down people that they think are, for whatever reason, abominations or bad or whatever. If it's true that atheists are going to go to hell, guess what? It's part of your God's plan. It's part of your God's plan that people suffer in agony forever while other people get to enjoy the happiness of heaven. And honestly, I just don't understand anybody. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what warm, fuzzy, supernatural experience you've had in your life. I can't imagine calling anybody moral who would be okay with the idea of feasting at a table, stuffing their faces with food, while outside a window they're seeing a bunch of starving, emaciated people staring in at them with big sad eyes, just licking their lips. They're so hungry, but you're in this room and you're stuffing your face and you're having a wonderful time, even though you can see those people staring in at you and they're starving right before your eyes. And yet you can sit there and stuff your face. See, I have a problem with that. And that's just what Christians are saying. They're saying, oh, it's okay if I'm in heaven and there's some people that are being tortured forever by my God. I can live for an eternity knowing this. And I've heard, okay, well, not only Abraham or whatever is going to actually see and hear these suffering people. I don't care. If I was in heaven and I knew about it, I knew it was going on, even if I couldn't see or hear, I wouldn't be happy in heaven knowing that that was going on. Not even to one person. And yet Christians like to say that they're moral and they have a higher moral whatever than other people, and yet they are okay with this whole plan that they're going to be in paradise while other people are being tortured forever. You should check out the I accidentally came across this a while back while I was doing a video about the Dark Ages. Check out Google the Dark Ages. Google torture methods during the Dark Ages. And just imagine that kind of stuff happening to people that have not done anything. They've not murdered anybody. They've not raped anybody. They've not done any wrong to anybody their entire life. All they've done is they've been honest about what they can believe and what they can't believe, and they've been honest and they've lived by what they rather than say, oh, I'm going to believe so I can avoid being tortured forever, I'm going to be honest and true and say, I really don't believe this. You know? And for that horrible crime of, and it's not even something you can control. I'm sorry, but you cannot force yourself to believe something if you don't believe it. It is totally impossible to make yourself believe something. And if you are, you're fucking lying. Deep down inside, you still don't believe. You're just putting on the facade that you do. And it's not a crime. It's not a crime to not be able to believe something. It's just a thing. And it's not a crime. And yet, people who that's the only thing that they've done that's wrong are going to be tortured forever by your God, who's giving you this table full of wonderful food and letting these other people suffer. And you're okay with that. And those people suffering have done nothing wrong except be honest about what they can believe in. And you're okay with that. Forever and ever and ever, they get to suffer because they weren't able to believe in something, and you're okay with that. I'm sorry, but any Christian that's okay with that has zero ethics, zero morality. And I wouldn't want to be a person like that, because in my opinion, a person like that is who actually, no, I won't even say that. Nobody deserves to be tortured forever. Nobody deserves hell. And I'm an atheist, and that's what I think. Well, I have had so many Christians tell me that, oh, you're going to burn in hell. Oh, just you wait till you die. You'll be sorry. So which one of us has morals? Which one of us? Anyway, I don't want this to get too long. I just felt like making another video because this is one that it's like no matter how hard I try to put put this out there, I don't feel like I could ever quite get it across. The huge contradiction between the things that Christians say they believe. They contradict themselves. God has a divine plan. Oh, but you're an abomination because you're gay. Except that it's part of God's plan that person is gay. And in fact, God made that person gay because it's part of his plan that person's supposed to be gay. Anyway, thanks for watching if you have. Again, bye.